Hi everyone. I'm Bubbles from Susan's family. Today I'd like to introduce you a Floral Prosperity Storage Box, Peony version. This storage box consists of the box bottom, the box body, and the box lid. The box bottom is pre-made. The box body is crocheted around the box bottom. After completing the box body, we will crochet the box lid. First, we crochet the box body in rounds along the box bottom. The stitch techniques used include single crochet, double crochets and DC 5-in-1. Now, let's show for your better understanding. Here I use yarn in other colors for demonstration. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Take out the box bottom. Before working, make sure to peel off all the films on the box bottom. Also, peel off the film on the other side. I will not do it here. After completion, start crocheting the first round of the box body. Join yarn in any hole. Make one turning chain. Then, crochet 3 single crochets into the joining hole. Weave in the ends. After finishing, crochet 3 single crochets into the adjacent hole. Continue crocheting 3 single crochets into each hole. Work this round completely. After finishing, slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull tight. That's how you complete the first round. Check that the clearer texture side is the right side. The other side is the wrong side. Always keep the right side facing you while crocheting. Now let's move on to the second round. Chain 1 as turning chain. Then, continue along the stitches from the previous round. Work single crochets evenly into each stitch. Work this round completely. After finishing, slip stitch to the first single crochet as well. Pull tight. That's how you complete the second round. Since the next round requires a color change, secure the yarn tail here, enlarge the loop. Pass the working yarn ball, or fabric through the loop. Tighten it. Leave the yarn tail for now. Call this color the main color yarn. Now let's work on the third round. Join the yarn first. Take out the corresponding color yarn. Use it as the contrasting color yarn. Join the yarn in the same stitch, where the previous round ended with a slip stitch. Make one turning chain. Work 1 single crochet first. Then skip 2 stitches. Work DC5 in 1, that is, work 5 double crochets in the same stitch. After completing them, skip another 2 stitches. Work 1 single crochet. Continue using this method. Complete the entire round. Once finished, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Tighten the yarn. This completes the third round. Leave a yarn tail and fasten off. Hide the yarn tails on the wrong side. Now let's work on the fourth round. In the first stitch of the previous round, pull color 1 through. Work 3 chains as turning chain. Then work 2 more chains. Next, in the middle stitch of the group of 5 double crochets from the previous round, work a single crochet. Then work 2 chains. Next, work a double crochet in the single crochet from the previous round. This round alternates between single crochets and double crochets in the corresponding positions, with 2 chains in between. Continue until you complete this round. After finishing, slip stitch into the top 2 strands of yarn of the third chain of the turning chain. Pull tight. That's how you complete the fourth round. Secure the yarn tail. Now let's move on to the fifth round. Take the corresponding color yarn. Join the yarn in the same stitch as the previous slip stitch. Make 3 chains as the turning chain. Work 4 more double crochets in the same position. Then work a single crochet in the adjacent single crochet. Work 5 double crochets on the left side double crochet. Continue to refer to the chart. Work this round completely. Finish with a slip stitch into the turning chain. Pull tight. Leave a bit of tail and fasten off yarn, then weave in the end. That's how you complete the 5th round. You can notice that the 5 double crochets are staggered from the previous 5 double crochets. Now everyone follow the chart, and keep going all the way to round 12. While crocheting, pay attention to switching colors. Note that after completing round 12, there's no need to weave in the yarn tail. Next, we'll crochet round 13. Here, I'll demonstrate with a swatch. Please follow the actual project in your hands. Continue crocheting from the end of round 12. Make 1 turning chain. First, work 1 single crochet into the previous round's turning chain. Then, work 2 single crochets into the chain space. Work 1 single crochet into the adjacent single crochet. Continue working single crochets into the stitches and chain spaces. Work this round completely. Join with a slip stitch when finished. That's how you complete round 13. Next, we'll crochet round 14. Start with 1 turning chain. For this round, pick the back loops only for crocheting. Take a look. Each stitch has 2 strands like this. The strand closer to you is the front loop. The strand farther from you is the back loop. First, pick the back loop of the first stitch, and work a single crochet. For the adjacent stitch, also pick the back loop and work a single crochet. When you encounter a stitch key with a single strand below, it means you should crochet into the half loop only. Please refer to the chart for details. Continue repeating this process. Work this round completely. Once done, round 14 is completed. Let's move on to crocheting round 15. Make 1 turning chain. Work 16 single crochets first. Next, work a single crochet decrease. Pick the back loops of the next 2 adjacent stitches. Work an incomplete single crochet in each of them. Then yarn over and draw through all the loops on the hook. That completes one single crochet decrease. Continue repeating this process. Refer to the chart. Work this round completely. After finishing, round 15 will be completed. Next, everyone continue to refer to the chart. Complete the remaining rounds of the box body. After completing round 16, leave a tail and fasten off the yarn. Then refer to the chart. Cut out a grid plate that matches the corresponding width and length. Wrap the grid plate into a circle. Place it inside the box body and compare. The grid plate should overlap by 5-6 grids. If the grid plate is too long, trim according to the actual situation. After confirming the grid plate, cut about 40 centimeters of yarn in any color. Insert into a yarn needle, tie a knot at one end. Then sew along the overlapped circle. After sewing, tie off. Tie a few more knots to secure. After completing, place it inside the box body. Then rejoin the yarn. Crochet the remaining rounds of the box body. After finishing the box body, fold the excess fabric piece into the inside of the box body. This completes the box body. Next, let's learn how to crochet the box lid. It consists of the main piece, flowers, and the cover brim. Start by crocheting the main piece. Start with the magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise from the starting ring. The new stitch techniques include single crochet increase, DC5 tog, and CH3SL picket. Now, let's show. Begin with a magic ring. Next, crochet the first round. Work 1 chain to begin. Crochet 6 single crochets into the large space of the magic ring. After crocheting, tighten the ring. Then join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet, since the next few rounds will be worked in the half loops only. Here we insert the hook into the back loop and slip stitch. Pull tight. That completes the first round. Now let's move on to the second round. Work 1 chain to begin. Start with a single crochet increase. That is, make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Pay attention, this round is worked in the back loops only. Continue to make a single crochet increase in each stitch. Work this round completely. After finishing, insert the hook into the back loop and slip stitch. Tighten. That completes the second round. Next, everyone refer to the pattern. Keep going until you finish the 6th round. Note, all rounds are worked in the back loops only. After finishing, leave a yarn tail and fasten off. Next, we will crochet the 7th round. Take the corresponding color yarn. Pick up stitches to join the yarn. Chain 3 as the turning chain. Then crochet 4 double crochets in sequence. Remember to work in the whole stitch. After completing, crochet a chain stitch, then skip 1 stitch, then crochet 5 double crochets. Continue with this method. Work this round completely. After finishing, join with a slip stitch to the turning chain. Tighten. That's how you complete the 7th round. Now let's crochet the 8th round. Chain 3 as the turning chain. Then work 4 incomplete double crochets in sequence. Let's start with the first one. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Then yarn over again. Draw through the first 2 loops. That completes 1 incomplete double crochet. Continue and make 3 more. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops on your hook. This finishes the stitch pattern. This will serve as a special DC5 tog. Next, work 3 chains. In the chain space of previous round, work 1 double crochet. Then work 3 more chains. Now, make another DC5 tog. Start by working 5 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops on your hook. That completes the DC5 tog. Continue using this same method. Work this round completely. After finishing, slip stitch to the starting special DC5 tog. Tighten the yarn. That completes the 8th round. It's normal for the fabric piece to curl after completing this round. You can gently stretch it a bit. Next, we'll crochet the 9th round. Start by working a slip stitch in the adjacent chain space as a transition. This slip stitch is oval shaped in chart. This means do not tighten. Then, make 3 chains as the turning chain. Next, work double crochets along the chain spaces and stitches. Work this round completely. When you encounter a DC5 tog, skip it. After finishing, slip stitch. Tighten the yarn. That completes the 9th round. Now, let's move on to the 10th round. Make 1 chain as the turning chain. Then, work 1 single crochet in the adjacent double crochet. Then, chain 5. Skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet. Continue repeating this process. Work this round completely. After finishing the last 5 chains, join with a slip stitch to the starting single crochet. Tighten the yarn. That completes the 10th round. Now, everyone refer to the chart and work the 11th round well. Pay attention, start with a slip stitch transition. Next, we will crochet the 12th round. Start with a chain as turning chain, then, work 1 single crochet in the next chain space. Next, work 4 double crochets in the adjacent chain space. Then, make a CH3SL picket. First, chain 3. Then, pick up the strand above and the strand below. Work a slip stitch. That completes the CH3SL picket. Continue with 4 more double crochets in the same chain space. After completing, work 1 single crochet in the next chain space. Next, continue using this method. Complete this round entirely. Once finished, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in the ends. That completes the 12th round. It's normal for the fabric to curl after crocheting. The main piece is now complete. Next, let's learn how to crochet the flowers. They consist of a flower core and petals. Start with crocheting the flower core, then crochet the petals afterward. Now, let's show. Take the corresponding color yarn. Begin with the first round. Choose any single crochet stitch, and pick up the remaining half stitch to join the yarn. Then chain 7. Next, from the second chain from the hook, pick the top half loop and slip stitch. After finishing, slip stitch with the remaining half loop of the adjacent chain. Continue to finish all chain stitches. After completing it, pick the adjacent half loop, make a slip stitch. Chain 7. Then from the second chain from the hook, pick the top half loop, and make a slip stitch. After finishing, continue with this process, following the remaining half loops of the first round. Complete the flower core. The length of the flower core can also be adjusted according to your preference. If you want it longer, you can chain more stitches. After completing, you can directly work on the second round, and make a slip stitch into any remaining half loop. Then continue crocheting the flower core. The method is the same as for the flower core in the first round, but the stitch count is different. Chain 8. After finishing the first one, make a slip stitch in the adjacent stitch. Continue making a slip stitch in the next adjacent stitch. Then crochet the second flower core. Continue with this method, and finish crocheting all the flower cores in the second round. After completing, leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in the ends. After finishing both rounds of flower cores, there should be a total of 12. The quantity here can be adjusted according to your preference. That is, adjust the slip stitches between them for spacing. And that concludes the flower core section. Next, let's crochet the petals. There are a total of 3 layers. The crocheting method for each layer is almost the same, except for the different quantities of petals. All petals are crocheted using the Tunisian crochet. Next, I will demonstrate the crocheting method, using the first layer as an example. First, join the yarn at the remaining half stitch in any stitch from the third round. Then crochet 6 chain stitches. Next, we'll work on the vertical line stitches. This is called a forward pass stitch. First, take a look at the back of the chain stitch. You'll see horizontal bars here. These are the back ridges of the chain stitches. Insert your hook into the first chain's back ridge. Draw the yarn through. This is the first forward pass stitch. Then, insert into the back ridge of the adjacent chain stitch. Pull the yarn through. This is the second forward pass stitch. Repeat this process. Crochet all the back ridges here. After completing them, in the same position where you joined the yarn, crochet one more forward pass stitch. Now, not counting the first loop on the hook, there should be a total of 7 loops. Next, we'll do return pass stitches. This creates the wavy line pattern. Yarn over, draw the yarn through the first 2 loops on the hook together. Repeat this 7 times. Once completed, the return pass stitches will be finished. That completes the first step of forward pass and return pass stitches. Now let's move on to the second step. Crochet 2 chains. Then pick up the back ridges of these chains. Work 2 forward pass stitches. Next, follow the back ridges formed by the previous row's return pass stitches. Crochet 5 forward pass stitches in sequence. After finishing, work the return pass stitches. That completes the second step. Now let's move on to the third step. First, pick up the back ridges and crochet 2 slip stitches. Then, pick up the previous row of return pass stitches. Crochet 5 forward pass stitches. Next, pick up the first row of return pass stitches, and crochet 1 forward pass stitch. Then, crochet 1 more forward pass stitch into the adjacent stitch of the main piece. Once completed, work the return pass stitches. That completes the third step. Continue with the same method. Refer to the chart. Keep crocheting all the way through the sixth step. After completing, move on to crochet the seventh step. Start by working 2 chains. Then crochet the forward pass stitches. Follow with return pass stitches, working 7 return pass stitches in sequence. Now there are 3 loops left on the hook. Yarn over once, and finish the return pass. This completes the 7th step. Let's work on the final step. Skip 1 stitch. Work 2 slip stitches. Then make 4 half double crochets. Follow with 1 single crochet. Finally, crochet a slip stitch in the same position of the last forward pass stitch of the 7th step. This completes one petal. Now let's move on to the second petal. Since we need to adjust the stitch count, here you need to work 2 slip stitches. Now let's move on to the second petal. Start by making a slip stitch in the adjacent stitch. Then crochet 6 chain stitches. Next, follow the method you learned for the first petal. Once completed, the second petal is done. Now crochet a slip stitch for the space interval. Then proceed to work on the third petal. Continue until all the petals on this layer are finished. After completing the last petal, crochet 1 more slip stitch for the interval. Then join with a slip stitch at the starting position. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in the ends. That completes the first layer of petals. Now let's move on to the second layer of petals. Take the corresponding color yarn, join the yarn in the 4th round. Pay attention here, the petals on this layer need to be staggered from the previous layer. Join the yarn at the stitch that roughly corresponds to the middle of the petals from the previous layer. Then follow the method we learned earlier. Refer to the chart, crochet the second layer of petals in the same way. After completing, leave a yarn tail of about 50 centimeters and cut the yarn. That concludes the second layer of petals. Finally, on the remaining half stitches of the 5th round, crochet the third layer of petals. The crochet technique is identical to the previous layers. Again, keep in mind that this layer of petals needs to be staggered from the previous one. Now, everyone can finish this layer on their own. After completing all the petals of this layer, leave a yarn tail of about 50 centimeters and cut the yarn. That concludes the section on petals. Next, we will sew the petals together. Take the last layer of petals and sew it to the 4th round from the end of the main piece. Sew the second layer of petals to the last layer of petals. Now, let's sew. Here, I'll demonstrate the method using a finished product. In your actual work, there won't be a cover brim. Thread the reserved yarn tail into a sewing needle. Then pick up the loops on the wrong side of the petals. And sew them to the fourth round, from the end of the main piece. When sewing here, it doesn't need to be too tight, sew about 2 stitches per petal to secure it. After finishing one petal, carry the yarn across inside the petal, then move to the next petal. The sewing method here can also be done according to your own preference. After sewing, tie a knot and weave in the ends. Next, everyone can sew all the petals on their own. That concludes the explanation for sewing the last layer of petals. Now let's sew the second layer of petals. In the middle of the petal, sew it slightly below between 2 petals from the last layer. Again, pick the loops on the wrong side to sew them together. Or you can sew according to your own preference. Next, everyone can complete it on their own. That concludes the explanation for sewing the petals. Then sew the flower onto the acrylic board. Take out another acrylic board. Similarly, remove all the protective film. Then punch 2 holes in the middle position. You can make marks first. And then punch the holes. Take out the awl. Heat the awl slightly. Pay attention, don't burn it too hot. Continue with this method. Make the holes a little bigger, just big enough to pass through the sewing needle. After the holes are done, cut about 20 centimeters of the same color yarn from the first few rounds of the fabric piece. Thread it through the sewing needle. Sew the fabric piece onto the acrylic board. Make sure the fabric piece is centered while sewing. Be careful not to sew it crooked. After sewing, tie a knot on the wrong side and hide it. You can tie a few more knots to secure it. Finally, glue some water drop beads of different sizes onto any part of the petals. On the flatter side of the water drop bead, apply glue and attach it. From here, you can complete it on your own. That concludes how to make the flower. Next, let's learn how to crochet the cover brim. It's also crocheted around the acrylic board. When crocheting here, pay attention, as you need to join it to the main piece. Now, let's show. Take out the acrylic board that was used to sew the fabric pieces together. Let's start with the first round. Add any picket stitch on the fabric piece. Join the yarn at the third chain space to the right. First, crochet 3 single crochets in each of these 3 chain spaces. After completing them, crochet 2 single crochets in the adjacent chain space. Then, for the third single crochet, insert the hook into the chain space of the picket stitch on the fabric piece, and crochet them together. After completing it, in the next 3 adjacent chain spaces, crochet 3 single crochets in each one. Then continue to crochet in the adjacent chain spaces using the same method, securing the picket stitches of the fabric piece as you go. Continue with this method for the rest of the round. Complete the entire round. Once finished, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Tighten the yarn. This completes the first round. Next, refer to the chart and crochet the second and third rounds. Then move on to crochet the fourth round. Leave the yarn tail from the third round unattended for now. Pick up a half stitch from any point in the first round to join the yarn. Make 1 turning chain. Work a single crochet first. Then work a picket stitch. Similarly, pick up one strand above and one strand below here. Crochet a slip stitch. Then chain 6. Skip the next 5 stitches. Work 1 single crochet. Work 1 picket stitch. Chain 6 again. Continue in this way. Complete the round. Join with the first single crochet using a slip stitch. Pull tight. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in the end. That completes the 4th round. Next, we'll work on the 5th round. Continue with the yarn tail from before. Make 1 turning chain, then crochet along the stitches of the previous round. When you reach the 4th rounds, approximate middle position of the chain. Wrap and crochet over the chain at the same time. The position of the fixed single crochet may vary. Just secure it in the approximate position. Continue with this method. Work this round completely. Finish with a slip stitch. That completes the 5th round. Secure the yarn tail. Next, continue to refer to the chart. Complete the remaining rounds. The crochet technique for the following part is almost identical to the box body. When you reach the decrease round, follow the pattern chart to decrease stitches. After completing all rounds, leave a yarn tail about 3 times the length of the last round. Cut the grid plate to the corresponding width and length after finishing. Similarly, overlap 5-6 grids, circle them, and sew up. Then place it on the inner side of the cover brim. Fold the excess part of the cover brim. Finally, use the reserved yarn tail. to sew it with the 5th round. Sew this entire round completely. After sewing, tie off and weave in the ends neatly. This completes the cover brim. The entire box lid is now fully done. Up to this point, the entire storage box is complete. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next episode.